Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Alex, and today I'm sharing something super special, my powerful story of how I trained my brain to think in English. If you've ever dreamed of speaking English fluently, without translating in your head, this video is for you. My journey wasn't easy, but it changed my life, and I know it can change yours too. So, grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's dive in. Oh, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, it really helps me keep making videos like this. Ready? Here we go. Let me take you back 5 years ago. I was 20 years old, living in a small town where English wasn't common. I studied English at school, but it was just grammar and boring textbooks. I could read a little, but speaking? Oh, that was a disaster. I remember my first big moment with English. I was at a cafe, and a tourist asked me for directions. Simple, right? But my brain froze. Freeze means to stop completely, like ice. I knew the words left, right, street, but they wouldn't come out. I mumbled something, turned red, and felt so embarrassed. Embarrassed means feeling shy or ashamed. Say it with me, embarrassed. That moment stuck with me. I thought, I need to speak English like it's my own language. But here's the problem, I didn't know how. I wasn't rich, so I couldn't move to an English-speaking country. I didn't have native speakers around me. And honestly, I wasn't confident. Confident means believing in yourself. I felt stuck. Stuck means unable to move forward. Has that ever happened to you? Maybe you want to speak English fluently, but it feels impossible. Comment below and tell me, have you ever felt stuck with English? I'd love to hear your story. Everything changed one day when I found an old English movie in my house, Harry Potter. I loved the story, but I couldn't understand much. I watched it with subtitles, and something clicked. Click means to suddenly understand. I thought, what if I use movies to learn English? That was my first step. I decided to make English part of my life, not just a school subject. But thinking in English? That seemed like a dream. I didn't even know it was possible. I thought fluent people were born special. Spoiler alert, they're not. Anyone can train their brain, and I'm proof. So, I made a plan. My goal was big, think in English, not just speak it. Thinking in English means your brain uses English words naturally, without translating from your native language. For example, when I see a dog now, I think dog, not my native word for it. It's like rewiring your brain. Rewire means to change how something works, like fixing wires. It's hard, but so worth it. Let me share the 5 steps I used to make it happen. These steps worked for me, and they can work for you too. Let's go through them one by one. Step 1 was to surround myself with English every day. I called it my English bubble. I changed my phone to English every app, every message. It was weird at first. Weird means strange. I kept tapping the wrong buttons. But soon, words like settings and notifications became normal. I also listened to English music. My favorite was Ed Sheeran. I sang along, even if I didn't understand every word. Singing helped me feel the rhythm of English. Rhythm is the flow of words, like music. Try it. Pick an English song and sing it today. What's your favorite song? Tell me in the comments. I also watched YouTube videos in English. Not boring lessons, but fun stuff, vlogs, cooking tutorials, even cat videos. I started with subtitles, then turned them off. At first, I understood maybe 20%, but my brain got better at catching words. I kept a notebook for new words, like awesome or chill. Every night, I wrote 5 new words and used them in sentences. For example, this movie is awesome. This made English feel alive, not just a school subject. So, step 1, make English part of your world, phone, music, videos. It's like living in an English country without leaving home. Step 2 was the funniest and strangest part of my journey. I started talking to myself in English. Yes, really. I'd be in my room, saying things like, "Okay, Alex, time to make breakfast. What do I want? Eggs? Toast?" My family thought I was crazy. But this was a game changer. Game changer means something that makes a big difference. Talking to yourself trains your brain to think in English because you're using it naturally. No pressure, no judgment. I started small. I described what I was doing. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm putting on my shoes. If I didn't know a word, I'd say it in my language and look it up later. For example, I didn't know microwave, so I learned it by searching. Soon, my brain started forming English sentences automatically. I even dreamed in English once. That was wild. Wild means exciting and surprising. Try this step today. Right now, say out loud, "I'm watching Alex's video." Go on, do it. It feels silly, but it works. Comment below if you try it, I want to know. Step 3 was to imitate native speakers. Imitate means to copy someone's actions or voice. I watched my favorite TV shows, like Friends, and repeated lines after the characters. I'd pause and say, "How you doing," like Joey, or "We were on a break," like Ross. I copied their tone, their accent, even their facial expressions. This helped me sound more natural. Tone is how you say something, like happy or sarcastic. It's not just words, it's feeling. I also used apps like Duolingo and HelloTalk to practice. On HelloTalk, I chatted with native speakers. One friend, Sarah from Canada, corrected my sentences. For example, I wrote, "I go to shop," and she said, "It's I go to the shop." I learned prepositions that way. Prepositions are small words like in, on, at. They're tricky, but copying natives helped. I'd record myself speaking and compare it to Sarah's voice messages. At first, I sounded stiff, but I got better. Imitating made my brain think like a native. So, find a show or a friend and copy their English. It's like acting, and it's fun. Step 4 was the hardest, thinking in English on purpose. I set a challenge every day. For 10 minutes, I'd think only in English. I'd sit quietly and describe my day in my head. Today, I woke up at 7 o'clock. I ate cereal. Now I'm thinking in English. If my native language popped up, I'd gently switch back. Gently means softly, without being hard on yourself. This trained my brain to skip translation. At first, it was slow. I'd think, "What's the word for chair?" But I kept going. I used simple words in short sentences. Over weeks, it got easier. I started thinking in English without trying, like when I saw a bird, I thought, "That's a sparrow, not my native word." This was a huge win. Huge means very big. To help, I labeled things in my house. I put sticky notes on my fridge, door, and mirror with words like open, close, cold. Seeing English everywhere made my brain switch faster. Try this, label 3 things in your room today. What will you label? Share in the comments. Step 5 was to be patient and celebrate progress. Patient means waiting calmly, even when things take time. Learning to think in English didn't happen overnight. There were days I felt frustrated. Frustrated means upset because something is hard. I'd forget words or mix up grammar. But I learned to be kind to myself. Every small step counted, like understanding a joke in a movie or thinking I'm hungry in English. I celebrated by rewarding myself. Reward means giving yourself something nice. When I spoke English for a whole conversation, I bought ice cream. When I dreamed in English, I watched an extra episode of Friends. These little wins kept me motivated. Motivated means excited to keep going. I also tracked my progress in a journal. Every month, I wrote what I could do better, like saying "I'm going to the store" instead of "I go store." Seeing improvement made me proud. Proud means happy about what you do. Say it, proud. You're doing great watching this video, you should be proud too.